First of all, I wish you all a great season of Lent and pray that this time of prayer may be a time for spiritual renewal for all of you. The gospel passage that we take for the second Sunday of Lent is from the gospel according to St. Matthew chapter 17 verses 1 to 9. The title given for this gospel passage is the Transfiguration of Jesus. And we read that Jesus is taking his very intimate disciples, Peter, James, and John, to a mountaintop. There he prays and he gets transformed. Then the disciples tells that it is good to remain there, but Jesus is telling that we have to go back and you should not share whatever you have seen and heard with others until the Paschal mystery is over. Dear brothers and sisters, if you are a close follower of the liturgical cycle of Roman Catholic Church, you will surely understand the same gospel passage is given for the benefit of the faithful in 2 days. First is on August 6th. That day we celebrate the Transfiguration of Jesus, Feast of Transfiguration of Jesus. Today is second Sunday of Lent. Here also the same passage is given. Then the thrust of 2 days is different. On August 6th, it's exclusively for Transfiguration of Jesus. But here the thrust is little different because Jesus is taking his very intimate disciples to the mountaintop and there he prays and he gets transformed. If you are really following the readings, today's reading, the first reading is taken from the book of Genesis. There, God is asking Abraham to leave Haran and to go to a place called Canaan. There, Abraham has to obey, but Abraham does not know anything about Canaan. He was living with his family, his father, his relatives, his friends in a very familiar land called Haran. Then God appears to him and asks him to leave that place of comfort, that place of familiarity, to a place that is really uncertain and unfamiliar to him. But he listens to his word, God's word, and he moves. There he gets a new vision because when he left what was very his own and familiar, he was given a blessing of becoming the father of the faithful. Then he becomes a blessing and he also receives so many blessings. So in this gospel passage, Jesus is taking his intimate disciples, Peter, John, and James, to the mountaintop. They have to leave behind many things because there were 12 disciples. As you all know, there were 12 disciples. From among them, only 3 are chosen and taken to this mountaintop to give a special vision. They might have thought, why Jesus is taking us? Why we should have remained on the valley? We should not move up. Like that they might have thought. But Jesus asked them to move with him to that mountaintop. As we are in Kerala, you might have heard of or you might have gone to that place, Malayatur mountain, Mount Malayatur. When you go there, as you reach on the valley, when you see that top, you may find very difficult and you may think it's very difficult, we need not go up. And certain people don't go. But if you climb and if you reach on that top and when you pray there, surely you might have got a blessing or a feel of mystical experience like that. Because there you have taken some pain, you have left behind your comfort zone and gone to that place of divine presence. There you experience. Like this, Jesus' disciples also might have thought, we need not go. But when Jesus insisted, they might have gone. And when they were there, they were given a special vision. And the other disciples, especially the 9, were not given that chance. Dear friends, we are celebrating or we are observing the Lenten season. And here, we are also asked to move to the mountaintop. We have to leave behind many things and our comfort zones. And we have to go with Jesus to a prayerful mood. There surely you will be able to listen to the voice of God. And sometimes you also may be given a vision. But That vision is not to remain there, but to come down and serve the people. When you were in Kerala, you may have received a vision that you must move to abroad, to a foreign land, so that you may get a nice salary, you may get now what sometime you may get a exposure to the world. So you moved, but certain people, whenever they get such a vision also, they doubt, who will take care of me if I move there? How will I find a job? What will I do there? Such kinds of uncertainty is also there. But you moved with faith, and when you moved and reached there, you found so many people and they helped you, and you also have so many stories to tell now. So, dear friends, the second Sunday of Lent is asking us to move our comfort zone, especially the land of Haran. From the land of Haran, you have to move to Canaan. Then you will have a vision. And if you are moving from the valley to the top of the mountain, there also you will get a vision. And you may be also listening to the voice of God, but should not remain there. Come down and serve the people. So I pray that this time of Lent, especially the second Sunday of Lent, may be a time to meditate, so that you may also find some time to pray and listen to the voice of God, and to have a mystical vision, so that you may become a missionary of service. Amen.